have to say, with Jeff, we're okay if the finals go to 7 games. So, Ken, thanks for asking me to be here. Just as a little bit of a background, when a convention, a political convention, and this is now probably the past 4 or 5 conventions, on both the Democrat and Republican side, when a convention is awarded to a community, a contract is signed between the party and a 501c3 host committee in that community that's formed for the sole purpose of fulfilling the community's obligations in the hosting of the convention. And so that's what I represent. There's a 501c3 host committee was put together specifically for that purpose. And when the convention's done and all the audits and so on are done, it will disappear. And that's how that structure works. And we have a sister organization in Philadelphia. Jeff ran the host committee in Minneapolis and followed that when the convention was there. We really have 4 primary responsibilities. Number 1 is fundraising. Our community had a responsibility in our bid, as did every one of the cities bidding. We had a budget set out with the help of the RNC. It's $64 million that we have to raise. About 90% of that is in cash. And we're right now at about $55.5 million of the 64. So we're making really good progress. We feel very good. We're on track to raise every dollar, and we have national fundraisers in place, state fundraisers in place, with kind of all the fulfillment and everything that goes into that. But we feel very good about that. We have a second responsibility of assisting the committee on arrangements with a lot of what its business is, and helping provide apartments and cars and offices and really acting as a resource in a lot of ways. And we have a lot of people at the table with this host committee, not only the city and the county, lots of other community organizations who are involved, like Downtown Freedom Alliance and others that can really help with what we're doing. We have a significant logistical component that we're responsible for. We had to secure nearly 17,000 hotel rooms. Once they're secured, it's a committee that they turned over to the COA to hand them out, which is an unenviable job because nobody's happy. But we had to make sure that all of the assigned facilities parking lot. We have to secure about 7,000 volunteers and manage those volunteers during the convention. Really everything outside of the arena. How do we make sure that we best welcome all of these 50+ thousand people that will be here at the airport, at every hotel, all throughout the community to make sure that they're in good shape. Different ways to help make sure that the city looks its best. Signage, we've seen the signage plans that have gone through city planning and so on, and our job is to get those done, to pay for them, to get them up. Working with the city and other organizations on beautification, just to make sure a lot of little things are done the right way, whether it's planters and lighting and all kinds of different things to make sure we do our best. We're responsible for particular events. We have to do a major welcome event for all of the media and the delegates and some other events. And assisting on a lot of other pieces. And then finally, and I think this is very important, is the marketing communication. And there's really 2 pieces of that. One is community engagement for our local community, making sure they best know what's going on, that we engage the community. We have a speakers bureau, we have a vendor guide, so the people who want to get involved and try to get business from it can. And then there's also a significant piece to try and do everything we can. We started this planning a year and a half ago to best take advantage of these 15,000 credential media. One of the most significant reasons that we wanted this convention in Cleveland was we would have the eyes of the world on our community in an absolutely unprecedented way. More media, credential media will be here for any event in the world outside of this. And how we best present our community, make sure that number of dedicated staff up and down the
brings to mind that today, you know, is another example of the economic impact that this has on the city of Cleveland. Today, we've got about 600 members of the media here in town. They came in yesterday. They're coming in today to get a briefing and look at the space that we've assigned them at the arena. They'll go over to the convention center and look at the space that we have there. They'll be in town tomorrow as they look, you know, the kind of build out their needs of what they're going to have. We've got, you know, our vendors here with us for the next 3 days, making sure that those orders are coming in. But, you know, we've got 600 members of media that are coming in, flying in, staying overnight in hotels, eating dinners, and doing a lot of different things. But that happens on a weekly basis. And so today is a very big day for us in terms of, you know, the walkthrough that we're going to do with the media. But every week there's hundreds of, if not thousands of people that are coming through, just looking at Cleveland. So we've had a big economic impact, I think, moving, you know, up and up.
Okay, guys, so that's why you're in town. Any other thoughts you want to part on?
No,